Hello and welcome back to a video that will be quite special. It's the 1000 subscriber video, so good job, we're at 1000 finally, at least when this video goes up. So in this video I'll basically be answering all of your questions you asked in the original video that was before this one. That was basically an Ask Me Anything video, so you would ask and then I will answer in this video. There'll be images and maybe some gameplay and stuff on screen, but that will all be not me actually playing any game. This will just be me kind of going through the questions and kind of celebrating 1000 subscribers. So I split them up into YouTube and Reddit comments accordingly, and I'll put them up on screen as I go through them so you guys can understand the question being asked. So first question is from Math Gaming Geek. Have you tried to contact Enter Elysium? Yes, I have. This is in response to the fact that I said in the video that I was trying to contact Quill to get people interested in Aurora, get my tutorials out there and stuff like that. He has not responded, neither has Enter Elysium. That was about a month ago at this point, or a few weeks ago anyway. And I have not gotten any response from them, unfortunately. They're probably very busy guys, so I don't blame them, though it would be really cool if one of them did respond at some point in the future. I know that they are both interested in the game, so something that could definitely be of benefit to the community and other people who are interested in playing the game. Okay, moving on to the next question from Tiki832. He says, less of a question for the AMA and more of a pet peeve with Aurora that I've yet to see anyone cover, so would appreciate seeing a short video guide covering the subject. How does making heck does anyone get area defense to work as a PD mode? The closest I've seen was your conventional start series where you set your PD to area defense, but then set your then you set also assign fire control, which automatically sets PD to final defensive fire instead. I get the final fire will always trigger regardless to if the fire control is set to open fire or not, and I get that missile PD needs the fire control to be set to open fire for it to react to PD, but area defense never triggers me even when a fire control is set to open, and enemy missiles have 3 to 4 5-second ticks in my laser PD range. In VB, there used to be a setting to assign area range, but this seems to have been removed in C#, so I'm guessing they just got off of effective fire control weapons range, and yet they never fire ever. So, to answer this question, if a missile is going 80,000 kilometers a second, for example, and your range is 80,000 kilometers, that means that it will impact the ship within 1 second, and you need at least 5 seconds of it within that range, within that bubble, for area defense to fire. It also needs to be on open fire, and it needs to have the appropriate weapon set for it. It uses the effective fire control / weapon range, and you can toggle that in display on your toolbar on the left-hand side of the game. Which you can do. And another thing as well is area defense is somewhat bugged in 1.11. It's actually a lot stronger than it would be otherwise. Like, weapons will fire much quicker or something. I forget the exact details, but there are some bugs relating to area defense, so I would be cautious about that one. I hope that answers the question, and we'll move on to the next one. Thank you for the question indeed. Next question. Where do you live that is so hot there? This is in regards to the fact that I was complaining about how hot it was when I was making the video. And yeah, I live in the United Kingdom, or England. And at the time of making that original video, it was about 33 degrees Celsius and 80% humidity. And British people do not handle humidity very well or being hot. We have no air conditioners or any of that. Maybe we have a fan at most. And this is because we only deal with the heat for about a week or two at a time most, so it's not worth the investment to get an air conditioner, though it may be soon with the whole global warming thing happening. But other than that, that's pretty much it. I hope that answers the question, and we'll move on to the next one. Congrats! Do you plan to make some more complex tutorials about beam weapons and combat, for example, on a early game / mid game level, and some comment which tactic is best on what types of fleet? Love to see some beam combat in practice with commentary on design. This comes from commentator Wordmaster1 on the YouTube. Yes, I do. I'm currently making a ship design series that's taking most of my time in terms of tutorials. I will be branching that series off into ship combat and ship design in terms of doctrine and tactics for that. So stay tuned, but those kind of videos will definitely be coming. Okay, next video. Not next video. Next comment. This is coming from Doc Larry Sportello, and he says, thank you so much. Hope you're staying cool. My question is on space opera novels. Aurora is highly reminiscent of Honor Harrington, but are you a big reader, and can you recommend anything for Lockdown Part 2 and whatever else 2020 throws at you or throws at us? here's the thing. I don't read a lot. I make most of the time I make videos. I do other stuff. Um, I can enjoy audiobooks, but I generally don't read much at all. Um, so I don't really have any novels I would recommend. I mean, I know of certain things that are quite good, like Dune and some other stuff, but nothing that I'm too big into. I'm big into Warhammer 40k, so Horus Heresy is something that I enjoy reading as well, when I can, using audiobooks. Um, but what I can recommend for lockdown is stay safe, wear your mask, and watch some videos. Hopefully mine. um, and just keep positive. That's what matters. Just keep positive. It'll get better. And hopefully we'll all get through it. But yeah, so I can fully answer that question for you there. But I again, I'm not that big a reader. Though I think it is interesting you talk about how it's reminiscent of certain books and stuff. The thing about Aurora to me is that it's very much whatever you think it is. You can kind of decide the lore and the canon in your head, and that's what I do in my main series. So for me, it's not reminiscent of per se anything because it's reminiscent of everything because everything can be associated with it if you try enough. Halo, Star Wars, Star Trek, Dune. You can do all these kinds of things that you can do. But yeah, moving on to the next question. I hope that answers your question. Sorry, I'm not a big reader. This comes from Ankab FCW. He's one of the biggest supporters on the channel. Some really familiar names there, so awesome to see these guys asking questions. He says, I've only seen 2 other YouTubers do Aurora videos, Quill 18 and Enter Elysium. And you said in another video you had already contacted Quill. I wonder if it would be possible to do something I saw people do with Hori 4 and also CK2. One person worked for a while and then hand the save file off to another, going through a chain of YouTubers. Or since Space Master Mode exists, you can set up a scenario for them and they set up one for you. So I already kind of answered the whole thing with Quill and Elysium. They haven't gone back to me. I've been trying to contact other Aurora YouTubers and stuff about doing possible things, but that hasn't gone too well overall. But yeah, it would be possible though to do that. You would just send the database off to the other person. You would zip it off, send it off, and then they would play and then go from there. And then you could do stuff like that. You could do videos and series based off that. And I'd be up for doing that if there was other YouTubers and the people who were interested in making videos like that. And I wouldn't have an issue. And if Cool Aid leads me ever want to do it, I would die head over heels to do it. But unfortunately, they are quite busy, especially Quill, from my understanding. Moving on to next person. This comment has a lot of questions in here that will be kind of quick fire. So this comes from Alter Ego 1101, another regular on the channel. What other games do you play? Have you ever considered getting a community Discord server? Do you have any pets? And most importantly, why in 2020 don't you have an air conditioner? JK. Have you ever considered a community Minecraft realm? So to answer this, so do I play any other games? Yes, I do. I actually don't play Aurora that much. I play Aurora about between 20 to 40 minutes every day. Compared to other games, it's actually very little. I play a lot of StarCraft, StarCraft 2, when I can, and I'm Masters in that game, Masters 2. So about top 5%, top 2 around there. And I enjoy that. I'm quite competitive. It's very different to Aurora. I enjoy Paradox games like EU4, CK2, stuff like that, but it depends on the mood I'm in. And currently the main game that I play outside of Aurora is Kerbal Space Program with realism overhaul and mods like that, where I'm currently flying a space shuttle and doing cool stuff like that. I put an image on screen of me with a calendar arm and using it in career mode, which is quite cool. So that answers that question. Have you ever considered getting a community Discord server? Not currently. I don't really have enough people, I'd say, for that to happen. I mean, if people wanted it enough, I may do it, but the thing is, there's already the Aurora Discord server, which kind of would trump that because there isn't a lot else I would put on, that I would put on there. So if people wanted it enough, and if there was enough people watching, then yeah, sure. But I don't want to just make a Discord server if it wasn't being used, and there's other things to do with that. So I'll have to get back on it and kind of deal with it. But yeah. Next question. Do you have any pets? Yes, I do. I have. We have. Well, I live with my parents. Obviously, I'm for I think 16. I have. We have two. We have three cats. Okay. We have two Maine Coons. We have one just Mog. We have four dogs. We have a few chickens. They're not really pets though. We have quite a few of everything, but yeah, those are the main ones. Yeah. So next, most importantly, why don't you read the air conditioner? I only answered this question, but yeah, basically we live in the UK, so we don't have air conditioners. Have you ever considered the Minecraft community realm? Not really, because I'm not sure how people would want that. This game seems very different to Minecraft, so I'm not sure the general audience would be up for that. I mean, I play Minecraft. I've been playing Minecraft since it was in beta, but it doesn't make much sense for the community at the moment. But again, if people wanted to do that, then sure. But again, you'd have to raise funds for it, and I'm doing this completely just off my own. I don't have any support. I'm just doing it, so I wouldn't be able to do that myself. Do you plan on playing any other games? This comes from Azera Fail, so we're just done with Alter Ego's questions. And I kind of answered this already, but he said, what other games out? This is about, do I plan on playing other games? So this will be on the channel. Yes, after 1,000, I'm going to be looking into playing other games. The problem is it's going to be quite a hard task because I don't know what kind of games you guys would want. And I don't want to alienate my audience by playing other games. So what I might do is I'll slowly shuffle in a side series and see how it does and play other games and test things out. Well, I still have my main Aurora stuff coming out. So I might do some KSP. I might do some StarCraft. I might do some Europa Universalis 4. I might do some CK2 and some other stuff. I do want to get some variety. There's certain channels that I look up to that do that. For example, one of the channels I look up to is Roll1D2 Games. I believe that's his name. He's also from the UK and he makes a lot of variety content and uploads an absolute ton. And he's got everything going really, really well for him. So that if I can model my channel after someone, that would be the channel I model my channel after. So I do plan on hopefully opening it up so I don't just stick playing Aurora forever. Okay, next question. These are now the Reddit comments, so we're going on to the Reddit, because I did post a thing on Reddit. Hey, Devfriend Strategy, your channel has been a huge help while I've been learning Aurora for X C#. So this is the first question. How long have you been playing Aurora for X? I've been playing Aurora for X. Okay, so I played it a little bit on and off when Quill made his videos on VB6. And then I came back at the start of the year and played some VB6, and then I started playing basically quite a lot when C# came out. I started uploading videos about a week or so after C# came out. So yeah, that's about long. So about 4 or 5 months at this point. Well, no, I'll be like 8 months at this point. 8 months, yeah. It's August. How did you hear about it? I heard about it from Quill18 and also Enter Elysium and stuff. I watched the Quill18 videos and I would literally just put his video on the second screen and try and just copy what he did. Not the best idea, but I tried to learn as much as I could from that. Next question. What do you consider the weirdest ship or station you've ever built? I wouldn't really say I have a weird ship or station I built. I mean, mainly, when I build stuff, I'm very particular about my ships, and I want them to fit into Navy. I want them to all fit correctly. But if I had to say, it's probably, in terms of being bad or weird, it's probably my Halo ships and my Halo AI I did with I had the Bordeaux class, I had the Sigma class, and those would have hangars and also troop transports and stuff in there. And so they would be quite an oddball kind of ship. But like I don't really build those kind of things, I would say. And then he says, again, thanks for the vids, and I'm excited to see what you turn the channel into. Thank you indeed, myself. So that's the last of the questions there for us. So that was about 15 minutes worth of questions and answering them all. I hope you guys are satisfied with all the questions I answered and kind of went through some things. Now we're going to kind of wrap up the video, kind of end of what I'm going to be looking to doing for the future. So once I hit 1,000, obviously I'll be getting monetized. I'll be able to be monetized. Now I'm most likely not going to be turning ads on, just because I don't think it's going to be one, worth it, or two, enjoyable for you guys. But let me know what you think. I have been asked previously if, you know, should I do a Patreon or should I do whatever? That's completely up to you guys. If people want to do that, sure. I'm not looking at Patreon though for doing that, because I've heard some pretty bad things, and if I did do it, I'd be looking at other sites to be able to help fund it, and if I was to get funding from people to do videos, I'd put exclusive content on there, and I would also use that money to help fund certain things like more graphics, more, more videos, better mic, more other stuff like that. That would help fund other stuff for the channel, and put that directly back into channel, paying a graphic design artist to do certain things, stuff like that. So that would help enhance the enjoyability of the game and of the videos. So yeah, I'll definitely be looking at it. But yeah, after 1,000, I'm going to be branching out, and looking at other videos and other things to do. So let me know in the what I'll do is I'll put in the comments. I'll put like a thing of all the games that I'm currently interested in, and you guys can kind of like just see if you know any of them or would like to see them on the channel at some point, or how you like to see the channel. Because currently we have one series spot open. I've run 2 series at the moment. We just ended our 3rd, which was the conventional starting sets remastered. I do 2. I do tutorial, and I also do normal, just let's play series. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to thank you guys so much though for the support. The support's been absolutely amazing. The community has just been incredible. I can't stress this enough how much reading your comments in the morning means to me. How much seeing the likes and like it really does mean a lot to me. And without you guys, my life would have a little less purpose. So I want to thank you guys for that, and I hope to see you next time. Next video will hopefully be up somewhat soon. I'll see you next time. See you guys. Bye bye. Stay safe.